All right, let's talk about AI. Have you ever thought about how it tackles those super complex real-world puzzles? You know, things like figuring out the absolute fastest route for a delivery fleet or how an airline schedules thousands of flights without chaos? Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain on one of the core ideas that makes all that magic happen. It's called optimization, and we're going to dive right in.
Here's the thing with AI. The concepts can get really abstract, really fast, and it's easy to get lost. So instead of just throwing a bunch of theory at you, we're going to do something different. We're going to build this explainer together using a simple visual example to see exactly how an AI thinks its way through a problem, step by step.
So yeah, our topic today is optimization. And look, this is a massive field in AI, but the basic idea, it's something you and I do every single day. It's just about finding the best possible way to get something done.
At its heart, an optimization problem is just this. You've got a ton of different choices, and your job is to pick the absolute best one. Sometimes that means making a number as big as possible, like maximizing your profits. And other times, you want to make a number as small as possible, like minimizing a cost. Think travel time, expenses, or in our case, distance.
So to make this crystal clear, let's picture a little town laid out on a grid. We've got houses scattered around, and we've got a mission. We need to build 2 new hospitals. Our goal, our optimization goal, is to find the perfect spots for these hospitals so that the total travel distance for everyone to their closest hospital is as low as it can possibly be.
Let's say we start off by just closing our eyes and dropping the hospitals anywhere on the map. We add up all the travel distances, and we get a starting cost of 17. Okay, not a terrible first guess, I suppose, but this is the question we're giving our AI. Can you do better? Just how low can we get that number?
All right, so how do we even start trying to solve this? We're going to kick things off with the most straightforward, common-sense approach you could imagine. This is like our version 1.0, our first crack at finding a better placement for those hospitals.
Our first strategy is called hill climbing, and that name is the perfect metaphor. Just imagine you're lost on a foggy mountain, and your goal is to get to the very top, the highest peak. What would you do? You just keep taking steps uphill, right? Well, hill climbing does the exact same thing, but for our problem, we're trying to get to the lowest point, the bottom of the deepest valley.
So how does this actually work? It's really simple, which is kind of the point. We start with that random guess, right? Our cost of 17. Then the algorithm just looks at its immediate options. It asks, what if I nudge this hospital 1 square up, or down, or left, or right? It checks every single one of those neighboring moves, finds the one that drops our cost the most, and takes it. Then it just repeats that process over and over. Take a step, find the best next step, take it, until it's standing in a spot where every possible move would actually make things worse. That's when it stops.
And check it out. It's actually working. Our little hill climbing algorithm gets started. It looks around, moves a hospital to the right, and bam, the cost drops to 15. Awesome. Then from there, it moves another hospital down. Cost is now 13. One more move, and we're all the way down to 11. See? Each step is a small, kind of greedy, but definitely effective improvement.
Okay, so we've landed on a solution with a cost of 11. And from this exact spot, any other move we could make would actually increase the total distance. So the algorithm says, I'm done. We found a good solution. But here's the big, looming question. Is it the best solution? Is it the absolute lowest number possible?
And this quote just hits the nail on the head. This simple, greedy approach has a huge blind spot. It can get stuck. It finds what's called a local minimum. A valley that's pretty deep, sure, but it has no way of knowing if there's a much, much deeper canyon, a far better solution, somewhere else on the map.
So our algorithm is trapped in a solution that's good, but not great. And this is where AI development gets really cool. We've built something that works, but we've found its weakness. So the question becomes, how do we level it up? How do we give it the smarts to escape these little traps and find the true, #1 best answer?
Well, the answer actually comes from a really beautiful idea borrowed from the real world, from metallurgy of all places. We're going to build a much smarter algorithm by mimicking how you make metal stronger.
This next-level algorithm is called simulated annealing. Now, when a blacksmith anneals metal, they heat it up like crazy. This lets the atoms inside move around all randomly. Then, they cool it down, very, very slowly. This gives the atoms time to settle into a super strong, perfectly organized crystal structure. Our algorithm is going to simulate that exact process.
Okay, and this is where things get really interesting. Let's compare the two.
Hill climbing, like we saw, is, well, it's greedy. It only ever takes a step that's an immediate improvement, no exceptions. But simulated annealing, it's way smarter. It's got this element of what you might call smart randomness. Most of the time, yeah, it'll take the better move. But, and this is the absolute game changer, every now and then it will deliberately make a bad move, a move that actually makes the total distance worse for a moment. And you're probably thinking, why on earth would it do that? Well, that bad move is how it jumps out of those little valleys we talked about. It's the key to escaping a pretty good solution to go find the best solution. It's incredible, really.
And it's all controlled by this idea of temperature. Just think of it at this. When the temperature is really high, at the beginning, the algorithm is chaotic and energetic. It's jumping all over the place, exploring totally random, wild ideas. It's not afraid to try things that seem worse. But as we slowly cool the temperature down, the algorithm starts to calm down too. It gets more selective, more focused, and eventually, it only makes moves that are clear improvements, settling into the best overall spot it found during its crazy exploration phase.
So look at the journey we just took, from a simple, flawed idea to a much smarter, more powerful solution. And this idea, this concept of exploring broadly and then zeroing in on the best answer, it's not just for our little hospital problem. It's the engine that solves some of the most mind-bending logistical puzzles in the world.
I mean, one of the most famous problems in all of computer science is called the traveling salesman problem. You've got a list of cities, and you need to find the absolute shortest route that visits every single city just once before returning home. It sounds so simple, right? But even with just a handful of cities, the number of possible routes is just astronomical. It is a classic, brutal optimization challenge.
And once you start looking for it, you see this stuff everywhere. When Amazon or UPS plans a day's delivery routes, that's optimization. When a factory schedules its machines to get the most product out the door, or a university has to build an entire exam schedule with zero conflicts. Heck, even when a company decides how to spend its budget. These are all massive optimization problems that need algorithms like these to find a decent solution.
And for the really, really tough problems, AI has even more tricks up its sleeve. There's an idea called backtracking search, where an algorithm will go down one path, make a choice, and if that choice leads to a dead end, it's smart enough to say, oops, wrong turn, and it literally backtracks to the last place it made a decision and tries a different route. It's a really systematic way to explore a gigantic number of possibilities without getting hopelessly lost.
So, if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's that building an AI solution is a process, it's a journey. You start with a simple, intuitive idea, like our hill climber. You put it to the test, you find its flaws, like getting stuck in those little valleys. And then you engineer a smarter, more sophisticated solution to overcome those flaws. It's this beautiful cycle of building, breaking, and improving.
And that really brings it all back to you. Now that you've got this mental model of optimization, from the simple greedy approach to these smarter, more exploratory methods, start thinking about your own world, your work, your hobbies, your daily life. What complex systems are you a part of that are just waiting for a better, more optimized solution?